Okay, relationships. What to do, what not to do. I don't know. So fun fact, I've never been in one. Ironic. I'm giving advice about relationships even though I've never had one. And that's the side I want to be on, is the singleness side of relationships. So honestly, I've always loved relationships. I love romance. I want to be in a relationship. I just know it's not my time. And I think a reason is because like I'm still finding myself. And I think that's very important, to find yourself. So I'm in college right now. I'm about to be a senior in college and I've still never dated. I've been on 3 dates with 2 guys. 1 date with 1 guy and then 2 with 1 other guy. Both of them were great. Both men were great. The second guy was absolutely amazing. Yeah, he was absolutely amazing. The first guy was okay. But then I liked 3 guys, I think, during college total, and that was it. I mean, I called one my husband that I liked, but I didn't like really like, but he had husband qualities, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's get to the point. So it's not that I'm scared to be in a relationship, it's just, it's not my timing. And what I mean by that is like, throughout your life, you have different seasons. And a lot of mine have just been to be alone and to honestly just work or like do schoolwork. And then there was like times of rest where it's like, wow, I just got to do stuff with my friends and hang out. And I got to learn different pieces of me. And I think I'm not put together for my other person, because when you find your person, it's a half and half coming together is what it's supposed to be, basically. I mean, we were formed from a man, so I feel like you're technically formed from your husband, and then you guys come together to make one. These are just my thoughts. Again, like, I've never been in a relationship. Like, obviously there's a reason. But honestly, I guess, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird to think about. Like, would I date someone if they asked me out? Probably. Would I say yes if they asked me to be their girlfriend? Probably not. Like, what? Like, I want to go on dates and I want to get to know people, but at the same time, like, I don't want to waste my time. And I think that's what's so weird. Is like, you know, I've asked a lot of people advice and like stuff like that, and they're like, oh, well, you should just put yourself out there, just try. But I don't want to waste my time. But at the same time, it's like, why not? And I hate Tinder, I hate Bumble. I've never done Upward. I know it's the Christian one. Is it the Christian one? There's so many dating sites now, I don't even want to do it. But yeah, and then I go to college and like, I don't know, it wasn't it. Like high school, I definitely didn't date anybody. Like, no, I was like so focused on getting to school, because I mean, I'm gonna be first generation, so that was like my focus. But yeah, I mean, in college there's no one. I mean, there's a few that I liked, but like definitely not their type. You know, I'm not the little girls. That's okay, irrelevant. But I honestly think like looking at a relationship for myself is something I'm not worried about until I'm older. You know, like when you're little and you're like, oh yeah, at 21 I'm about to have like my husband and like all of that. And I realized like I turned 21 in September and I've still never had a boyfriend. How is that? What? Make that make sense to me. But then again, like I'm not really looking for one right now. I mean, honestly, I am praying for my husband though. No cap. Pray minder works. It be sending me notifications to pray. So like I be standing there, but like, amen, like praying for my husband and like strength and guidance and just the summer in general. But like honestly, relationships, it's so hard. It's a hard concept for me, because like I love the thought of them and I love watching movies about them. Just to do it, no. No, I don't want to waste my time. And I guess like the thing is, like with nowadays, our generation sucks, because it's not a relationship anymore. It's a situationship or a sexship or an open relationship, or like a relationship that's screwed from the start because you guys started off of a sexship or a situationship. And that's why I think it's hard for me to date. That's why I think it's hard for like our generation to date as a whole, is because we're not focused on like what the Bible says a relationship is, or we're not focused what a relationship is supposed to be. We're focused on having that one person that makes us feel good in the season instead of for the lifetime. That's something that I don't understand. That's something I don't understand, is our generation has messed up a relationship, especially for the upcoming generation. I mean, like, I don't know. It's gotten so focused on like what a guy sees in me instead of what I see in myself or what God sees in me. And that's where it's like, it's scary. It's even scarier for girls because like, I know myself, I'm an overthinker, but I think a lot of us girls put that like, oh, we have to have this, we have to have this, we have to have this. And then like we see it in one guy and we're like, okay, this is it, like this is for me, and then he hurts us and then we shut down. I'm just saying that because I've had a lot of friends, I've had a lot of people that I've seen go in and out of relationships, but they were all looking for something else. And I think that's something important to understand, is that relationships aren't there. If they're built on something that's in your own head or in your own pain or in your own trauma, it's not going to be anything from you. You're just going to take and take and take. You're not giving anything to the other person. I think that's something more valuable in a relationship, is you guys are giving half and half, and you guys are supporting each other and lifting each other up while you have your own things. A relationship can't be one-sided, it has to be both. That's what makes a relationship work. You have to have the communication and you have to have the love for each other. And this generation, like my generation, is screwed. Literally, like, I don't know, I've also never had sex. Just gonna put that out there, honestly. I've never done any of that stuff. It low-key always grossed me out. Like, I was in high school and it's just like, no. But I also think I was uncomfortable because of like my size and everything. That'll be another video. If y'all want to know more about that, let me know, obviously. But that's what this generation is so focused on, is sex or comfort from another person and stuff like that, instead of finding God and finding yourselves. And I'm not saying this is everyone, I'm just saying these are my opinions, and I've like seen a lot of things, honestly. But this generation is not it. Why are you looking for a relationship when you're 16, 18? Why are you looking for a relationship? You don't have anything for yourself. You don't have anything for yourself yet. I mean, what, when you're 16, you're allowed to get a permit, right? Is it right? I think that's right. But then you don't have anything. Like, college is when you actually get to become yourself and learn about yourself. So why are you spending that time learning somebody else and picking up what they want? Why are you not focusing on you and then dating after you graduate college, or when you're in college, maybe like your second, third, fourth year? I'm just saying, relationships are so, I guess, screwed up for this generation, basically. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. I'm not saying, please don't hate me on all of this. Like, this is literally my opinions. But that's basically it. I just think they're screwed. Yeah. Just being honest here. I mean, this is my YouTube channel. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. Relationships aren't just, they're not it right now. And there's so many things that are different. And I mean, you're different, I'm different. We all have different backgrounds, different stories. And that's obviously okay. I mean, I was raised by somewhat strict parents and I couldn't date till I was 16. And then by that time I was just like, I'm gonna date in college. And I got to college and I realized I didn't want to do it. I mean, I didn't need a man this far. Why do I need one now? And that's what I'm saying. We all have different circumstances to make us have our own beliefs. I just know I do want someone in the future, and I do want a family. I think that's something to hold on to, and I'm not gonna give up on, let's say, like this first guy that comes up and like, no, he's like perfect. Okay, but that doesn't mean my guy is still out there, is what I'm saying. Basically, is I'm saying you don't have like a list like Mike Todd says, but you definitely do have someone coming for you, basically, is what I'm saying. And don't take the first little fish when you have this huge fish that's actually building himself up to prepare for you, basically, is what I'm getting at. So yes, that's pretty much it.